Welcome to the Talkin Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Wanted to drop another recruiting video. You guys seem to dig this information, so I'm kind of trying to keep my eye on the prize, stay focused, track down some of this recruiting information for you guys as it becomes available. We've been talking about for over a month now at this point since Nico committed, the momentum that this football program has in the recruiting world, up to 8th in the country according to 24/7 Sports. And we've talked about who can Nico pull. You know, the rumors of Kyler Casper, and then he ends up at Oregon. But then we're talking about Carnell Tate. We're talking about skill players. And a lot of you guys come into the chat, come into the comments, and you say, what about offensive linemen? What about defensive players? Well, there is one that Tennessee could possibly be in the mix for. It may be a long shot, but this is 100% because of Nico Mauigoa. We're going to talk about Francis Mauigoa, a 5-star offensive tackle that plays at IMG Academy. Before we get into it and kind of talk about that, do me a favor, smash that like button just below the video. It's quick, it's free, it's easy. It helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Just hit that thumbs up. If you're new here, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We are fans just like you. If you enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Now, let's go ahead and jump into it. Again, Francis Mauigoa. He is 6'5", 330 pounds from IMG Academy. 5-star offensive tackle. The number 2 ranked offensive tackle in the country. This is the type of guy that is a game changer. I was reading an article over on Rivals. They called him a program changer. Now, let's talk about, is Francis Mauigoa interested in Tennessee? Do they even have a shot of pulling this kid? You can see here, he put out his top 13 back on March the 14th. Tennessee, nowhere to be seen on the list. So you would say, Boogie, why are you making this video? Why are you talking about this elite offensive lineman if Tennessee's not even in the top 13? Why I ask you to look at the top of the tweet and see the date of that tweet. That is on March the 14th. Nico Mauigoa committed just a week later on March the 21st. Now, reading a recent article just came out over on Rivals.com talking about Francis Mauigoa and how he's just recently visited Florida. He's just recently visited Michigan State. But then it comes down to a quote. He says, I am trying to go to Tennessee later on. He says, I know Memorial Day weekend will be a good day to go. I may go sooner. Says official visits and when they may begin is a wait-and-see process. Says it's going to take them in June because my parents are still locked down in American Samoa. They're going to fly over to Hawaii in June. Then we will take official visits. We will narrow down the list to a top 5 or top 6 and choose from there. So again, it's big. It's big. Tennessee didn't make the top 13. Nico commits. Now all of a sudden, Francis Mauigoa is interested. He's willing to come on campus. He's willing to listen to what this coaching staff has to offer. That's the pull of a big-time quarterback. And talking about, a couple of videos I've made over the last couple of days, and the momentum in recruiting, talking about Lane Kiffin being pissed off about NIL deals and paying players. If Nico doesn't pan out, if Nico doesn't work, which I don't think is going to be the case, I think he is elite. I think he is a program changer. I think Nico is going to work out just fine for us at the University of Tennessee. But let's just play devil's advocate. Let's say he doesn't work out, but we are able to pull a guy like Carnell Tate. We are able to pull a guy like Francis Mauigoa. We are able to pull elite talent all across the country and start to build this roster moving in the right direction, stacking recruiting classes. That is how we get back to Atlanta. That's how we get back to national prominence. It starts with the quarterback, and we are seeing that in the class of 23. Now Francis Mauigoa willing to come hear what this coaching staff and Spire Sports Group have to sell. But again, when we look at the profile, 6'5", 330. Again, 5-star prospect, number 2 ranked offensive tackle in the country. His offer list is a who's who. Alabama, Florida, Miami, Oregon, USC. This kid, Georgia, Michigan. This kid can play anywhere in the country that he wants. And so many times in the past, we lost these recruiting battles. But now some things are starting to go our way. Again, Nico could have played anywhere in the country. He chose Tennessee. Caleb Herring, in-state kid, number 1 player in the state of Tennessee, being courted by Georgia. Just recently took a visit to Georgia. You have national recruiting analysts talk about him being a Georgia lean. He chose Tennessee. We are starting to build momentum. We are starting to win those recruiting battles that we were so used to losing. Can they do it one more time with Francis Mauigoa? Can they get him on campus? Can they sell him on Tennessee? Because let's go through the scouting report and talk about just what this kid brings to the table. This is from Andrew Ivins, Southeast recruiting analyst for 24/7 Sports. Let's break down this scouting report. He says a massive lineman out of American Samoa that moves different than most people his size. At one point considered himself more of a pass rusher by trade, but has started to embrace the idea of protecting quarterbacks for a living instead of trying to sack them. I know a pretty dang good quarterback that you can come to Tennessee and protect. Says he's tested in the upper percentile for someone that's pushing 6'5", 330 pounds, as he went 5'3" on lasers in a 40-yard dash and added 4.7 in the short shuttle the spring before his junior year. That's insanity. That is insanity that a man that is 6'5", 330 pounds runs a 5'3", 40-yard dash. That is an athletic freak. Says he is a bully of sorts that uses his raw power to simply overwhelm defenders. At his best when he can just fire out of his stance and drive block as he uses a wide base to establish leverage. Not one to give up on a play and will try to find extra work. That seems to be the narrative. When we look at the kids that Josh Heupel is recruiting, it seems that every one of these guys, every one of these kids, when you see the interviews after they commit, they're always, they never quit. They show up on time, well-spoken, good kids. That's how you change the culture in Knoxville. Goes on to say he can gain depth with his kick step and win with a strong punch, but must improve as a pass blocker, especially if he's going to be asked to protect the corner on Saturdays. Spent most of his junior season at IMG Academy working at right tackle. A lack of true length in the upper half, however, suggests that his future might ultimately be on the inside, which works given his ability to pull and put a would-be tackler on his back. Should be viewed as a potential multi-year starter on the offensive line for a Power 5 program, like his brother, who started over 30 games at center for Washington State and was named to the Remington Award watch list. Says he will likely need some time to find his bearings and must keep progressing from a technical standpoint, but fluid movement patterns and smash mouth play style in the phone booth could have him eventually being selected early on in the NFL draft. Again, the article that I read over at Rivals called him a game changer. Called him a game changer as an offensive tackle. Well, there's another kid on this class of 23 that people are calling a game changer, and that is Nico Iamaleava. This video is just proof. It is proof at the pull that this kid has and what he is doing, how important it is for him to be in the boat so early, committing in late March, and have the full summer into the fall to continue to recruit, to continue to try to pull talent for Tennessee in this class of 23. You guys know what to do. Hit that comment section and let me know your thoughts. Does Tennessee have any chance, or does this video go in one ear and out the other because Tennessee didn't make the top 13? Let's get Francis Mauigoa on campus. Let him meet with his coaching staff. Let him meet with Spire Sports Group, and then see where we go from there. But hit the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. As always, make sure you smash that thumbs up and go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin Vols Network. Just go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin Vols. Any and all support greatly appreciated. New merchandise, old merchandise. We've got hats, toboggans, anything you could possibly want. Go check it out. Again, bonfire.com/store/Talkin Vols. I will also drop the link to that in the description. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys have a great Wednesday. This is the Talkin Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.